Hello Virgos, I'm Christy, you're watching Tiny Turtle Tarot and this is your reading for the month ahead. As always, if anything I say resonates or you feel it will in the future, please let me know by liking and subscribing. Let's get on with your reading. What's happening for the beautiful Virgos this week? Okay, you've got the Nine of Wands. Bit defensive, are we? I've dropped a card already. Okay. Nine of Pentacles. And another one. The Tower. Dramatic, okay. What else? The Lover's card and the Ace of Cups. So, okay, I'll talk you through these, then I'll clarify and see why they've come out for you. Firstly, the Nine of Wands is Wounded Warrior. So, sometimes you can be very protective of yourself if you've been through certain situations that you don't want to repeat. You're then going to be extra, like, shielding yourself up from those situations, whatever that's about. So a lot of you, it's looking like this is about love. The reason I say that is because you've got the Lover's card and the Ace of Cups and also the Nine of Pentacles, and it's just and Tower, and it's all basically if you know tarot, everything's kind of saying like a resistance to being in a relationship or a resistance to being in. Basically, if you're in a relationship already, it's just as if you're in a resistance energy to letting more happiness into your life out of fear of it being taken away. Then you have Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is very independent, very like... I love the Nine of Pentacles because you're not... How do I put it? I'm not looking. This is a very singles card. So for the singles watching, sorry if you're taken, just for a second, the singles watching, I really like your energy because you're not searching, you're not looking, you're not waiting. You're just living your life, loving life as much as you can, enjoying everything you can, and you're self-sufficient, you're looking after yourself, there's just a very healthy attitude about you. And then you've got the Tower card. The Tower is like an abrupt disruption, an abrupt like change, transformation that you don't see coming. So in August you definitely have something being kind of blown up in a way, but in a good way, because then you have the Lovers, then you have the Ace of Cups. So for those of you in a relationship, it just seems as if things are going to change where you go, oh okay, life's too short for me to not like experience it fully, and I have to start actually enjoying it. I don't know, some of you feel like it's going to be the end of the world if you were to feel as happy as you could feel, because you know that that could change and end, but the thing is it's going to constantly change and end. Like, you're constantly ups and downs, right? And you can't force your life to stay on like a medium. I'm going to clarify Nine of Wands and see why that's here. You've got the Two of Swords. So Two of Swords is all about overthinking, to the point where you really can't see clearly. Look, they're both clawing at her. And so basically you could have like, I don't know, it feels like your mind might be playing tricks on you, because this Nine of Wands usually is very protective energy. You might be telling yourself you're protecting yourself in certain energies in August, but really it's like your mind, like false expectations appearing real, because it's like you're contradicting yourself, or your mind is at least. One second you're like, oh, I can't do that because of this. Oh, but I also can't do this because of this. And I can't do this because of this. And it's like, yes, there is something you can do, but you're just too busy figuring out what you can't do. There's a little bit of like negative cycles in your mind right now, or in August, but with the Nine of Wands, it's like you're choosing to stay there because it's safe or something, because it's comfortable, it's familiar and comfortable for you to constantly kind of be at war with your own mind. But there's a way to kind of like, there's better things you can kind of start conjuring up in your mind, and if you use all your brain energy to conjure up all these better things, there'll be no brain left to think about all the negative. Clarify the Nine of Pentacles. The Page of Swords. There's like a new thing you're learning about as well, or learning to do, or like a trade, or like an apprenticeship, or it's like a friend of yours or a family member of yours could do something and you're like, I want to learn how to do that. Will you teach me? And they teach you. Like there's something in August that someone's going to teach you, or you're going to study up on, and you're actually going to be able to make a income from this in the future. But in August you're just going to be learning the ropes in a way. But yeah, some of you it's like your grandma, or there's something your great grandma did that someone's going to tell you about, and then you're going to look into it and realize you can do it too. Or I don't know, great grandpa, I don't know, there's something that you are going to find out about, because I just see you kind of studying and learning up on something. Especially like in a library, some of you, which is weird because like just Google it, but I don't know, maybe you want to go to the library. This is nice atmosphere, I guess. Clarify the Tower card for Virgo. You've got the Eight of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. So there's also a feeling of, some of you, don't panic, okay, but it's just like, I was going to say it's just some of you, but it feels like a majority of you, but it's, yeah, if it's not your story, don't take it. The Eight of Pentacles, the Tower, it seems as if some of your current jobs will be ending because you want to go off and do your own thing. And when I say go off and do your own thing, there's a craft, there is some type of like business idea or entrepreneurship thing that you believe in and will believe in your ability to do it, so much so that you're gonna eventually, but it's all like the seeds are being planted in August, you are eventually gonna leave where you're currently at working to go and do your own thing. But it's something that's gonna be in like the beginning stages in August of you kind of like, with the Tower card, it's going to become very, very obvious very quickly. You aren't going to want to stay where you're working when you know you can make money doing this other thing, basically. Clarify the Lovers card for Virgo. The Devil with the Lovers card and the King of Wands. So, if you know tarot, that's very, that's the combination. The Lovers card is usually union. The Devil card can be very, very, I've got to be careful with my words because YouTube's very sensitive, but the Lovers card, the Devil card, sorry, is very, very, I really don't know what I'm allowed to say and what I'm not allowed to say. But the Devil card can be very, like, devilish, like, I don't know how to say it, but King of Wands is also very, very hot, okay? So there's a very, 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 there's a lot of like lusty, it's probably a good way to put it, let's say that. There's a lot of lusty energy in August for you, between you and someone. Very, very, a lot of attraction, a lot of magnetism, like you and someone are just like magnets to each other, bam. You either can't stay away from each other, or the universe will bring you together in August because it's like too much attraction between you to keep you apart. With the Ace of Cups here, it can be new, but it's also like very, very healing. If it's not someone new coming in, it's very healing, as if you're taking it back to remembering why and remembering what it was like when you first met this person, if that makes sense. Because sometimes you can, like, life can get in the way and you kind of forget there's, like, beginning feelings of excitement, and, like, I don't know, it just feels like you're going back to the start with someone. It feels very, very blissful in a way. Clarify the Ace of Cups. This reading feels like it was a mess, but at the same time, I just feel like sometimes I've got to trust. Got to trust that the right messages are coming out. Eight of Cups with the Ace of Cups. There's something. Eight of Cups is about, like, walking away, but it's walking away from it's not good enough. Do you know what I mean? So it's almost as if you know your worth, and if someone offers you anything less than what you deserve, you're like, okay, no thank you, no thank you, I'll go elsewhere. It's that energy, like you're willing to say toodles to anybody that isn't showing up in the right energy, which is very healthy. With the Ace of Cups here, it's almost as if some of you might be like, bye. Like, there's some type of new love, and there's a lot of attraction, and there's a lot going on, and it's a huge tower moment and change for some of you if you're single, and then you're just like, there's some type of walking away, or there's some type of, maybe there's a pause in the action where you go, oh, I'm not sure, there's like a spiritual journey, or there's a journey you need to go on, because I don't think something looks enough to you. Someone or something, like they have, maybe it's complete lust, because you do have King of Wands, you do have the Devil, and you do have the Lovers. So the King of Wands can just be someone very lustful. The Devil definitely very ego, and then the Lovers is a union. So maybe you're going to go, okay, there's a lot of love, there's a lot of lust, there's a lot of attraction, but I deserve more, and you're going to walk away and set that boundary, which is very, very healthy of you. I really like it because it also feels very much like you're not going to be grieving over this. You're kind of going, okay, cool, on to the next. Like, there's not like, I don't know if you've been through a cycle before, because it's just like you weren't expecting, it's like, you weren't really, you were hoping, but you weren't expecting in that kind of way. But whatever's going on, you setting this boundary could also be something that's the start of someone going, oh, Virgo, don't play around. I need to step up to that plate. Like, I like it though. You hold yourself to that. Like, you don't accept anything less than what you are worthy of. And I really like that. I'm going to wrap your reading up here. Thank you so much for watching. If anything I said resonated or you feel it will in the future, please let me know by liking and subscribing, and I'll see you next Tuesday for Tiny Tarot Tuesdays.